Keith Pitt, thank you for your time. We've had a big announcement today on some infrastructure spending. What state's going to benefit?
Oh, everyone benefits here, Annalise. These are more job-making programs from the Commonwealth Government. As the Minister for Northern Australia, I'm standing here and Assistant Minister for Northern Australia's patch, Michelle Landry, right next to a road which will receive some $5 million. But across Northern Australia, there's some $380 million which has been committed, around 324 just in Queensland.
Now, I mean, pre-coronavirus, this might have seemed like bigger numbers. Is this going to be enough to really stimulate the economy in a way that's going to help us get out of this recession?
Well, it's $1.5 billion right across the country, $500 million towards basically safety programs for roads, the other $1 billion towards shovel-ready projects, so projects that will get going this year. But this is great news for regional Australia. This is great news for people who are truck drivers, who drive the pie truck, those who work down at the local quarry. Roads are good news for connectivity, good news for infrastructure, good news for exporters. So this is fantastic news for us in the regions.
But just to be clear, this isn't new funding. This is pre-existing funding that's been brought forward?
Well, there is a range of funding and a range of projects. What we've said to the states is, what have you got out there that you can absolutely start this year? Because as we know, some of the states, such as Queensland, do tend to sit on these funds for a long period of time rather than get going. Now, they've made their contribution, 20% across the board. We need to get these projects moving, and that's what we're doing.
Now, you are up in Queensland. The border battle continues. It seems like there's not any movement from the state government there. Do you think the borders should be lifted?
Well, I'm here in the Queensland sun getting my vitamin D fix today. And look, I've made plenty of comments around this. The Commonwealth's advice has never been to close borders. I think Annastacia Palaszczuk needs to get on with it now. No new cases overnight. My understanding, just 3 in Queensland that are active. I think the local people have done a very good job. But why should law-abiding citizens and businesses continue to do what's right when they allow, some state governments allow tens of thousands to get together for protests? I just think that's fundamentally wrong.
The Queensland state government's also said that they're not interested in a situation where they allow people in from states with low caseloads because it's too hard to administer. Do you think that's fair?
Once again, the Commonwealth's advice has never been to close borders. I'm on the record and remain on the record that Queensland should open up its economy. We need people to be back at work and getting on with what it is they do best, and that is run their businesses and employ people. We just simply need to get on with it.
But surely if we've seen these outbreaks happening in Victoria and Melbourne, there's potential for a second wave. It would be a hard sell to the Queensland public to say that they want to let Victorians into the state.
And at least all of those things are true. There will be localised outbreaks. We've recognised that. It's the reason we've put so much effort into ensuring there are thousands and thousands of ventilators available, the contract tracing is in place, that we have the coronavirus app out there, COVID safe. I'd encourage all of your viewers to make sure they have that on board. But quite simply, this is something we have to learn to live with. We've suppressed the virus. We've done a very good job in terms of the health response. Now we need to get the economic response on the move.
And if I could just ask, we've had one of your parliamentary and party colleagues, Bridget McKenzie, on speaking about foreign ownership of water. Do you think that the government should be looking into Chinese companies that own Australian water resources?
Well, it was this government that actually introduced those rules that anyone who has 20% or more foreign ownership in their business does go onto a register in terms of their water assets. We have the ACCC out there doing a review right now into the water trading market. Looking at whether it is fair, whether those things that have been raised are factual. I expect to see something in terms of a draft report very soon that will go to the Treasurer, and then based on that advice, we will obviously have to take the action that's necessary.
When you say take the action that's necessary, it is within the power of the Treasurer to review it now. They don't have to wait for a report. Do you think they should be looking into this?
Well, the ACCC is doing exactly that. The Treasurer has engaged the ACCC to investigate water markets. They are using the powers the ACCC has under their legislation to do that investigation. But we make decisions based on fact. We are waiting those facts to be established, and then we'll make a determination of what's necessary.
Resources Minister Keith Pitt, live there from Rockhampton for us. Thank you for your time.
Great with you.